we're at the point in the cycle where so many deals have been turned over and value added and improved. This opportunity has, over 150 units that need to get turned over that original, and about 50 partially renovated units that need to be fixed. So that's interesting there. Another thing that you kind of mentioned that I find to be super fascinating is just the rent pricing and difference and kind of the premiums that we're getting for ones, twos, and threes, kind of all across the board. This is internal information we have from our portfolio, and obviously from all the data, like from Axios, from Yardi, from CoStar, is also suggesting this remains true. But can you kind of touch on, the differences in renting and maybe the increases that we're getting in twos and threes juxtaposed to one bedrooms, please?
Yeah, right now we're seeing a softer rental market. Rents are moderating in stronger pockets in Texas. Rents are still positive, but they're not growing like the way they used to. And so with a softer rental market, you're seeing, especially with new product, you're seeing concessions and like new projects that are delivering, the concessions on their one beds are much bigger than their twos and threes. And you're just seeing a general softness in leasing activity when it comes to one bedrooms versus twos and threes. And I think that logically makes sense because if you think about a one bedroom is more expensive than a two and a three because on a per
And
bedroom
price per
basis,
foot, yeah, price per foot too, for sure.
right, price per foot and a price per bedroom basis, right? You and a roommate can grab a two, and now you've really cut down on your living costs. So
It's like a third cheaper.
yeah, so I think that is definitely a dynamic that people are leaning into. And so with Grand Riviera, again, this is another nuance and another thing that you have to look into. And when you kind of go deep on an acquisition, is in this case, Grand Riviera has 70% of the unit mix comprised of two bedrooms and three bedrooms. And for us, this makes us feel extremely comfortable because those sorts of units right now we're seeing more leasing activity, number one, which is great. And number two, those are generally stickier tenants. So there's less turnover, generally speaking, with twos and threes versus one bedrooms or even studios, which would be considered the worst. So lower turnover and better leasing activity is exactly what we're looking for. I think it's pretty straightforward. The other, and you take that and you couple it with the fact that these are the biggest units in the submarket, that really wins me over and makes me really excited about the deal